What's up, y'all? You're tuned into Vision and Heels Uncensored, the podcast dedicated to giving you the raw truth on all things V&H. We're talking real-life experiences infused with faith and an unwavering commitment to authenticity.
I'm Ivette Pujol, your Vision and Heels Community Manager, a Cuban visionary with Miami roots.
And I'm Jeanette Marie Rodriguez, the CEO and founder of Vision and Heels, Puerto Rican and Dominican Bronx native, your New Yorican host. We're here to share our take on navigating life, business, and all the hats we proudly wear.
Time to pour the cafecito. Let's dive in.
Hey, y'all. We are back, and I say we because Yvette's in the building.
Yeah,
woo-hoo. Yvette Marie, J. Marie, Jeanette Marie.
And today we have a special guest
Yay.
with us. Our first official special guest.
OMG.
Super excited. We are super excited. We have Miss Cassie in the house.
What's up? What's up? Happy to be here.
I almost called her Cassandra earlier today. I don't know why. Maybe I was thinking about the Diddy Cassie. I don't know.
Oh my, is her name
But
Cassandra
I
too?
almost called her Cassandra. It is. Well, welcome, Miss Cassie.
Thank you. I'm so honored to be the first special guest.
We had made it a goal for ourselves, 2025. We started the podcast, and kind of now that we see what it's like to be in the groove, and we said, okay, 26, we want to start bringing these amazing women onto our podcast, and we could not be more honored to have you as our first.
And how do you want us to pronounce your last name? Because everybody has like a little different flair, but we like to get it right.
Landron.
Landron.
Cassie Landron. Okay. And
You're in the right
Cassie
space, and you
is
can do that.
Exactly.
a realtor in our community. I used to always joke about her when I joke with her about seeing her picture everywhere I went, on the side of Deltona High.
Yes, ma'am.
All over the place. And I used to tell my daughter, I know her. So super excited to have her here. She is also the president of the Volusia County Hispanic Association, doing a lot of things. We'll get into all of the things shortly, but we like to start off with gratitude.
First things first, yeah.
First things first. So before we get into the meat and potatoes of the episode, we're going to talk about something we are thankful for.
We have to kind of give a disclaimer. Jeanette has her mommy's dog here, so if you hear like
Snorting
or farting.
yakking,
She's a Frenchie.
they
They do weird things. They snore, they fart. You know, if you see us like trying to gasp for air because she farted, you may hear some spray. Like, it's going to be one of those. Remember, this is V&H Uncensored, guys. We warned you with just the title.
Yeah, uncensored. So
it's uncensored. So.
But we want to warn people that it's not Cassie, our newest member.
Oh, yeah, no,
like all of a
I
sudden
won't
we
claim
have
that.
somebody new here, and it's like, whoa.
She's blessing us. All right, so I'm thankful for air, like the spray that I just sprayed. Japanese, what is it? I don't know.
Cherry blossom.
Yes, that. All right. All jokes aside. All right, Yvette, kick us off. What are you thankful for?
We were just talking a little while ago, and in thinking about it, love and laughter. There are so many people, and I know what you're gonna say in reference to what you're thankful for. There are so many people that don't have that in their lives. They don't have the love. They don't have the laughter. And when you put it into perspective that you wake up and I get to come here, and I thought it was just going to be another meeting, planning our event, our conference coming up in March. My mother-in-law is in the hospital. My daughter is flying to Ohio. There could be lots of things weighing heavy on my heart. I've learned that God will take care of all of those things. And I am grateful that I do get those moments of love and laughter that I get to enjoy during the day. And that we can be vulnerable with each other, that we can love, that we can share, that we can laugh. And it just makes our days a little lighter. And not everyone has that. And I don't take it for granted. I get goosebumps that I do have those people that I can turn to and then just love and laugh with and be real with. So I am eternally grateful, and for that I am grateful today.
Aw,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. What about you, Cassie?
So for me, what I'm grateful for is Financial Peace University.
Mm.
Yes. Okay, so this program, I don't know if you
Yeah,
ladies are
yeah.
familiar, but I started it. I actually read Dave Ramsey's book years ago, and it kind of put this little fire in me, and then it dimmed, and then it came back. But this time, I had never signed up for Financial Peace University, and I'm going through it, and I'm going through it with my husband, right? So literally, we've gone through the first episode. It took forever just to watch it. However, we watched it together, and we spoke. And mind you, I've been married for like 16 years, and
Yeah.
we've never really been on the same page about
Yeah.
money. And finally,
A lot
we
of
are.
marriages are.
Yeah. And so
Definitely.
it's just, and what's crazier is that I did it because I wanted it for us. But then when I started listening to it, I had a huge aha moment, and I was like, oh my gosh, now I see my vision for my business, like why I do what I do. And so I created a program based off of Financial Peace University. It kind of incentivizes the homeowners that I work with to go through the program and do a few different things that will help them become wealthy homeowners, because after 2025, I dealt with 16 different sellers. And one thing I saw with probably about 25%, they had several liens on their home. And I was like, wow, man, they, like why did all these people have these liens on their home? At the end of the day, it's just financial illiteracy.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Lack of financial plan, because these people had good jobs. So it just, Financial Peace just had this snowball effect, go figure. And so I'm very grateful for it, because it has me on a roll financially.
I love that.
I'm glad. Thank you for the reminder, because I'm familiar with Financial Peace University, and my husband and I tried it many years ago, and it just kind of didn't stick back then. We were both on different pages, and then we've been through our financial up and down. Same thing. We've been married close to 18 years, and we had said, you know what, now that we're better financially, let's do things right. And I think we're both ready, and we've talked about it. So yeah, thank you for the reminder. And
Definitely, I'll send you the link.
yeah, I think I have all the stuff at home. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Oh gosh,
Miss
so
Jeanette?
when we started, I thought of one thing, and then I quickly remembered my weekend. So I spent the entire weekend with my church in Orlando. So I'm gonna say I'm thankful for my church. Joe and I are e-group leaders, and so every year they do a training for the leaders. Well, they do it a couple times a year, but in January is kind of our kickoff. And then Sunday we volunteered for eConnect, which is where we tell other folks about our different groups, not just ours. So I'm thankful for the church for believing in us, right, and allowing us to lead a small group. And we got so many signups. Like, I think we counted over 10 new folks added to our group.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I think we doubled, because we stay around between 8 and 10. So now we're like up to 20 people in our small group, so which is not so small anymore. So I'm thankful for that. But I think initially I was gonna just say I'm just thankful for God always supplying our basic needs, right? I took a trip to New York last week, and just going through some rough areas of New York, and just being thankful, right? Just, for having a car, for having a jacket, for, just those little things that we just take for granted. We may complain about our car, but hey, it gets us from point A to B. We may not like the way our jacket looks, but it's keeping us warm. All those little things that we just tend to not take for granted, but we don't see them as blessings. And this weekend allowed me to see that. So between the church and then my trip up north. So
It is
that's
those
my
little
gratitude.
things that I'm glad that we can be aware of them. When I was a teacher, there was a family that I was always, I think I had told you, same school that we've talked about. There was one girl, I knew she had a jacket because I had seen her wearing it. And I said, "Where's your jacket today, so-and-so?" And she's like, "Today's not my turn." And I said, "What do you mean today's not my turn?" And she said, "Yeah, my sisters and I share a jacket." So here I was thinking, oh, my daughter has 1 or 2 jackets only.
Yeah.
And here, these 3 sisters were sharing one jacket. And it was not her turn that day to wear a jacket. it puts things into perspective.
It
And I
does.
think God
Oh,
just shows us every
gosh,
once in a
yeah.
while, like, really, you're gonna complain about having to wash 2 jackets when this family is sharing 1 jacket? So, yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right,
Very grateful.
guys. So, Cassie,
Yes, ma'am.
talk to us about the Volusia County Hispanic Association, everything you're doing with the association.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So I've been president just over a year now. This will be my second term. But the Volusia County Hispanic Association has been an organization since the mid-90s. And so when I took on the position for president, I was like, I need to know about this organization, kind of the history. And, you know, what I learned, long story short, is that it's just like this passionate group of Hispanic leaders in different capacities
Yeah.
that just wanted to do good in the community,
Yeah.
right? And the way that they did good in the community, they wanted to keep the culture, the Hispanic culture alive. And as you know, in the city of Deltona specifically, we have a very large population of Latinos. So
we do. Whoop, whoop.
yeah, and so they have a few different signature events. It's the Latin Festival, which this year I think is going to be our 31st.
Wow.
So, yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
When is that held, more or less?
It's during Hispanic Heritage Month, and this year it'll be
October-ish.
September 20th.
Okay.
So we have the Latin Fest, and then we have the Back to School Drive came into fruition probably around 10 years ago. Emma, who was a big part and still is, Emma Santiago, she was kind of leading the Hispanic Association for several years, and because of her background at the city of Deltona working with the firefighters, she created the Back to School Drive that's at the city. So it was in partnership with Deltona Firefighter Foundation, City of Deltona, and the Hispanic Association. And so about a week prior to school starting, they do the backpack drive. This last year, our city manager wanted to go big.
Yeah.
So we actually did a back to school like festival, and we gave over 1,500 backpacks out to kids
That many?
filled.
Wow.
Yeah, it was huge. So it was incredible. So we do that. And then our other signature event is the Parrandas event.
Parrandas.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, you know, keeping the Puerto Rican culture alive because the
the
majority are Puerto Ricans.
Oh, I miss the parrandas.
Oh, it's amazing. That event is insane. It's always packed out. Like, we
And
don't
you
even
go
have
from
to
one house
market.
to the
We
other,
don't-
and then you have all of them follow
crazy.
you, and then before you know it, you have the
Word
whole
of
town.
mouth alone.
you should see how many people came with their own instruments. It was amazing, okay? I brought my grandma's old little instruments. I was like, oh, let me take Granny's. So, you know, she just
They
passed.
have it ready.
Cazuela and
I know.
oh.
Caldero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about that word, caldero.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then aside from, you know, those 3 signature events coming into the presidency, I was like, I looked at the mission, you know, everything was kind of outdated. So I was like, how can we add more to this? And, you know, it was a big focus on youth as well. When I looked at the old
Yes.
website, they're like, oh, we have scholarships. I was like, I would really love to incorporate scholarships again. So we got involved with the Latinos in Action group in Deltona High, which is now called Leaders in Action. And that's an elective course where they focus on community service, career development, professionalism, and things of that nature. So just going there, and we bought their polos this year because they didn't have any money in the budget, right? So we bought over 80 polos and donated them to that class so that when they're representing, because they do a lot of volunteer work and stuff like that, they can wear those polos. So
you look good, you feel good,
Yeah.
you show up
exactly,
differently. Yeah.
exactly. It's
Oh.
so important, and so, but we have so much more vision, you know, reaching out to the youth. And like I said, this financial piece thing that has got me ignited. I'm like, man, how can I help the
Incorporate
kids
that. I love
with
that.
that? You know, because
I
that's what we
love
really
that.
need
Yes.
for our kids,
Teach them
right?
young. Didn't I point
so-
out that class? Like my favorite class.
Girl, so, and now we also added partnerships with the mayor of Deltona. So we did the
Nice.
mayor's winter ball,
Yeah.
which was very controversial. I was not expecting the backlash politically that we got, but I learned a lot of things
It
through
tends to
that.
come hand in hand with any good deed. It always comes with
Yeah.
something, but that's how you know you did good.
Yeah,
Because if not, you not make the devil mad. When you make the devil mad, stuff comes up.
Oh, yeah.
He's mad, but it's all right.
Oh, yeah.
It's
That's
all right.
that podcast we were listening to.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep going. Plant that
Just
seed.
Plant
For
the
real.
seed. That's right.
Yeah, and
That's
now we
right.
have our women's event collaboration,
Yes.
which is exciting.
Yes. Which we'll get into. Actually, we can get into that right now. So, how are we locking arms with the VCHA? Well, guys, you guys have heard us talk about it in our podcast. If you follow us on social media, you will see all the posts. We have our panelists confirmed. We have our keynotes ready to travel in to DeLand to speak to our ladies. We are super excited. So, Vision and Heels, Female Forward Space, we celebrate International Women's Day every year. We've been here. This will be our 4th. Actually, a little background, true story. Cassie was in our very first International Women's Day event that we held here at Vision and Heels back in 2022.
Yeah.
And the reason why I asked her to speak to the ladies that we had here, I saw her speak, and her and I would just like briefly speak, and I told my husband, I'm like, I love the way she speaks. She's very eloquent. She's very, like, I just love it. And so got to know her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she totally needs to come speak to the ladies and share her story. She's also badass, military. Like, I loved everything about her. So of course she said yes, and she was on the panel of my very first International Women's Day. Second year, we held it in conjunction with Deanna, and we were part of the She Is conference. Third year, we had a small private one. So our 4th, we wanted to do bigger and better, but of course, it's the little engine that could is me and Yvette having all these dreams and visions and everything we wanted to put together, and we're like, we're gonna do it. I don't know, we're gonna wait. God is gonna make everything happen, and we were strolling ahead, and then we came across the association, and they said they wanted to do something for ladies, and we looked at each other like, hey man,
I wish you could have seen,
hallelujah.
like, Jeanette and I were sitting in this same room, and we were like, do we do this? Do we not? It's a lot of work. Do we have it here? Do we even consider
Even
having
to
it
the
somewhere
very
else?
end,
We were like, oh, we got to do it.
we
'cause you know
changed the
what?
date.
Yep.
Like, it was
God has put
like,
it in our heart, like, it's somewhere out that, you know what? He'll provide. He'll provide. And you came in, and we're sitting out there, and all of a sudden you want to, you just said, I want to do something
for the ladies.
for the ladies. I want to put together a conference. And Jeanette and I just looked at each other like, oh, this is amazing.
So collaboration at its finest here, and this is what we believe in. It is our DNA here at Vision Heals. We don't like to do anything alone. We like to team up. Why do it alone when we have amazing ladies here that are part of our group and our network, and just expose everything that we have here on a daily basis to all of you out there. So we're super excited, but that's kind of how we decided to kind of lock arms with the VCHA. But now getting into, you talked about some of the things, some of the pain points of being part of a large organization. Now, you mentioned you stepped in as president. How long was the organization around prior to you taking on the role? Because I know you said 30 years, right? For one of the events. So it's been around for quite some time.
Pretty much 31 years.
31 years.
Yeah.
So you stepped into role this past year?
I stepped in December.
Okay.
December
so
2024.
It's been a couple years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason why I stepped in was because Emma, she was taking her role as commissioner.
Okay, that's right.
then,
Emma Santiago is commissioner.
Yes,
that's
and
right.
so because there's a partnership with the Hispanic Association in City of Deltona, there's kind of like conflict there.
Yeah.
So she was like, Cassie, would you like this opportunity? And I was like, well, as long as you help me, I'll do it.
And Cassie's all about the community. So
it seems like that's exactly what has happened, that you went in there and assessed what are the needs of the community and given back to the community. It hasn't been about what can the community do for your group. It's been looking at the community and where are the needs with the youth, with the community, in just pouring back immediately with the kids. Like I love that.
Oh
Yeah.
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 And we just had a conversation with Primrose. You guys
Yeah.
know
Oh, she's
Primrose?
awesome.
Yeah.
She's always
So
doing something.
We're gonna
for
be
the kids.
collaborating with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love it. I'm like, man, real estate is just the vehicle, but what I like to
Yeah.
do is be able to have that balance where we can give back to the community.
But just think about it. If
Mhm.
you're out there selling homes, I mean, these are people's lives, right? So
Oh,
a lot of times they're, new marriages, right? Or they're just starting their family and they want to upgrade their starter home. Now they have kids. They're going to go to you like, hey, what do you know about the school? How involved, so you can get them the information they need because you're very involved in the community.
Absolutely.
So that's a win-win for you. All
I
right.
love that. I think I had seen on your social media page, and it goes back to what you were thankful for the financial piece.
Mm.
What is it that you're trying to do? I think building financially wealthy families or wealth.
Mhm.
What was it that I saw on your
So
social
the
media?
program is called the Wealthy Homeowner Project.
That one? Yeah.
And essentially what it is, it's an incentive program for home buyers because I want them to buy their home and keep it and not be house poor.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of just saying, hey, here's how to buy a house, right? No, because the majority of the time, the people that want to buy a house that come across my desk, they either can or they can't, right?
Right.
But the majority of them are like, can barely purchase, right? They're
Right.
not. So, and after getting a home, like I said, one of those people is my past client that I helped them purchase a home back in 2018.
Wow.
Wow.
When you pay nothing and your
Yeah,
interest rate
back
was
then.
low and your
Yeah.
mortgage is $1,300.
Yeah.
So if you're in our market today and you can't pay your mortgage
Mm-hmm.
that you had back then,
Yeah.
you're even a worse position. I was like, and being a nurse,
Yeah.
Something's
there's
wrong.
something's
Right.
wrong.
Yeah.
So for me, I have this incentive program where I'm like, okay, you have a 90-day time frame. In that 90 days, you have to sign up for Financial Peace University All Access. It's very specific,
Right.
SMART goals essentially.
Right.
Yep.
And so they sign up for it, and then they have, the next 9 weeks, one video a week, right? Because when you enroll for Financial Peace University, he actually has videos, and they are phenomenal because I watched them.
Right.
So they have to go through it, and then once they're finished, in order to get the incentive, they also have to come up. They have a financial audit that I created. By the way, AI is amazing
Yeah.
because I gave it the idea, and then it
It's a great
gave me
tool.
back
Yeah.
what I needed.
Yep.
And so they have a financial audit at the end. They have to have their debt snowball plan. They have to know what their margin is.
Mm.
Are they going to get an extra job or whatever to pay off whatever debts and stuff like that? And then they have to track their budget in the Every Dollar app for
Yeah.
2 consecutive months. And it's a zero-based budget.
Yeah.
So you have
Every
every
penny.
single dollar
I
has to
love
be
that.
allocated.
Yeah.
So it's not just like, oh yeah, watch the thing. No,
Yeah.
no.
You got to put in the work.
You got to put in the work, and then you have to fill out the financial audit because the way you fill that out is going to tell me whether
Oh,
or
yeah.
not you did the work.
I
Right.
love that.
You know what I mean?
She
Yeah.
knows that.
Yeah.
That you're
Yeah.
speaking my language. I love it.
So
you don't know
when-
your numbers. You can't
If you
walk
don't
in. You're gonna be
control
blind.
your money controls
country.
you.
And
Yeah.
you know what's crazy? I'm going through it myself, so it's how it is when you can relate.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
It's just
You're best
game
equipped
changer.
to help the person you
Mhm.
once
Yeah.
were or
Yeah.
are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And what's interesting in the program, it tells you like, are you the nerd or are you the free spirit? I thought I was the free spirit. I'm the nerd, but
Is
I
your
just it
husband
didn't
a
come
free
out.
Spirit?
He's like, I'm like, man, I
'Cause
don't
it's
know
always
who I
one or the
am.
other.
I don't know who I am.
Oh.
And he's like, you're clearly the nerd. When you even spend money, you spend money on books and stuff. But I've been enjoying like watching my bank account. I'm like, hey, pay this, because it gives you everything that you need to do
Yeah.
and when to pay whatever. And it's incredible. I feel like so much in control. When you're not in control,
Yeah.
a book told, I'm reading this book and it's like money is more than just money. It's spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was
So
like, man,
true.
that is so true.
So true. And when you
So,
change your mindset on money,
Yeah.
it will come to you in a whole different
I'm
way.
telling you, man.
Oh my gosh.
Instead of
Insane.
lacking, it will change.
It's
Maybe
incredible.
I do need to pursue.
Yes.
And maybe Cassie is one of the ones I need
Yeah.
to speak
I
with.
got you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited, and I want people. I have my first person. She's been screenshotting. Cassie, we just got done with lesson number 1. I was like,
love
how do you and hubby
that.
feel?
I love that. Maybe you need
I mean, I
like
have rules.
testimonials and
I got
stuff.
rules.
They
I'm
need
like-
to give you some testimonials
Oh,
on it.
she
Oh, we
will.
need to do courses and stuff. We'd be more than
Oh,
happy to
yeah.
host them here if
Yes.
you want.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm. Oh, girl,
We
I
love
just.
all that
I'm
stuff.
so excited.
I mean, you're not just putting them in a home. You're making sure that they can keep their home.
Oh yeah. I'm
And
so
even
ready.
if they
Which is
can't get
amazing.
the home, you're going to set them up to be
For
able
the
to
plan,
do it in
eventually.
an educated
Yeah.
way. Because
Yeah.
what's the worst thing? Like, they get a home and then they can't afford their home.
Yeah.
And then they get into fights and then
Yeah.
possibly
Lose
lose their
their
marriage,
home,
lose
marriages.
their family.
Yep.
I mean, that's like the number one cause of divorce.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Finances.
You may have saved a
It's been-
marriage. You can't
Yep.
buy the house, but I saved your marriage and
Yeah.
set you up. Yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
And you can't buy a house now. You're not telling me you
Exactly.
Not
can't.
yet.
Get your money in order.
Oh yeah.
Then you can do it.
Yeah, so it's like, because, in my past, you have these consultations with people and then you send them to a lender and it's like, whoa, okay, they don't, and then that's it,
Mhm.
right? And I was like, how can I help these people without taking all of my time?
Yeah.
They feel so defeated. Now at least
And
there's
now-
something with hope.
And you're
Yeah.
giving them like power. Knowledge is power.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love it.
And
I
with
love it.
action,
I love it.
superpower.
Love it, love it, love it.
So, I want to ask, what is the one thing
Mhm.
people get wrong about leading a community association?
One thing that
'Cause
people
you're
get
involved
wrong.
in a bunch of things. So people think
Um,
certain things. What is one thing they get wrong?
You're so busy. I hate when people say you're so busy. I didn't want to bother you. You're so busy.
Mm.
I'm like, well,
Mm.
I live by my calendar.
Right.
That's
So
why I like
it's
to do
not
all.
on
Oh,
my
you're
calendar.
everywhere. You're so busy,
It's
So
on my calendar, so I made time for it.
yeah, you make time for your priorities, and a lot of people. And when we talk about the event, I'll be touching on that because we're talking about your vivid vision.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so once I started really living by my calendar, I mean, a whole nother universe opens up, because now it's like, okay, I have time here, I have time there. I can do all the things that I want to do. It's living haphazardly that you can't make a
So
difference.
you're
It's exactly-
intentional
Mhm.
about what you do, when you do it.
Yep.
It's programmed, so you're making time.
hmm
Because not only are you the president of the association, you're a realtor,
hmm
you're a mom.
A gym mom at that.
She's up. She's like the 5 a.m. club girl.
I was at Disney all
She-
weekend volunteering
She
for
gets
them.
up, 4-ish, and she's at the gym by 5
Mhm.
every day. I follow and like.
She also-
After like 6:15 in the morning when I'm awake.
her daughter competes.
Her
Just like
daughter's
your
a gymnast.
volleyball.
How many kids? Three babies.
Mhm.
A wife. I mean, all of the things. And she is doing all the things. And that was one of my questions that I wanted to ask, is your leadership style. But this tells us you're intentional, you're organized, right? Oh, did you hear Lilo? Lilo's like, yeah, amen.
Cassie didn't fall asleep. It's okay.
That was Lilo. She's giving Cassie an amen. We love that because we've been saying that since I think last year, 2025, and when we were planning for 2026, like, guys, be intentional. It's okay to say no to certain things that don't align with what you're trying to do. So that falls in line with everything that we've been talking about. All right, so
yeah, absolutely.
Voices of Vision Conference.
We're excited about it.
Yes,
I
when is
really
it?
am.
When is it?
March 6th.
March 6th, Friday,
26,
March
26.
6th. That is the weekend of International Women's Day. And that day is so important to me. First of all, we're female space, so it's like we have to celebrate that. That's like Christmas for us. Like, it's a must. We do it big. We love our ladies. But what about you guys for the association? I know with you coming in as president, why was it important for you guys to do something like this for the ladies?
Well, interestingly enough, when we started doing the events for Back to School Drive and the Latin Festival, many of our vendors and our sponsors were women business owners. So when we were doing the Latin Festival, one thing that we wanted to make sure everyone felt good, organized, no chaos. And it allowed us, because we were on top of things, to go to each vendor and say, how are you doing? oh my God, it's a great turnout. Like, it was such a warm feeling at the Latin Festival. And I was like, wow, look at all these amazing women that we have as business owners. Like, how can we continue to support that? That's how our little VCHA women's group started.
Right.
It was through those events that we started cultivating these amazing relationships with these women. And I'm like, you ladies are freaking badass.
Amazing. I know.
They
like,
are.
no.
When you look back
Get to
and you
know
think,
them.
we are
Read their
surrounded by
books,
some
like,
really amazing
yeah.
women.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really amazing women.
That happens
Not
to
just-
us multiple times a week.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, we never knew that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they are so humble,
They are.
so humble, and so qualified, and what an asset to our community. And I love the fact that we're going to be able to showcase a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys, or you gals, I should say, cannot miss this event. We only are selling 100 tickets. That's it. And we've already allocated quite a few of those. So if you want to get involved, even if you want to sponsor, you want your name part of the collateral we're going to have out there, you want to show that you support women, let us know. Reach out to Ivette, Cassie, or myself. We'll have everything on the show notes, but we would love for you guys to be involved. If you're a guy listening to this and you have a girl or a gal you want to send over, do that. She's gonna love you for it. Valentine's Day is coming, so a nice Valentine's Day gift. But let's give them a sneak peek. Let's talk about the panelists are coming in on fire.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking to them. We've been kind of reviewing what they want to talk about, and Ivette and I are like jumping for joy, super excited. But let's talk about the panelists and the different panels. What are some of the topics?
I love the fact that our guests will get to experience a little of what we get to experience here, because we have a legal panel, we have a finance panel, we have a wellness panel, and we have authors panel, in addition to our keynote speakers. So all of those people are our network, and people that we get to speak with all the time. So they are our resources here. I love that we'll be able to
share that with 100 ladies.
Yeah.
It's going to be impactful, guys. You won't leave. And we've been to tons of conferences, always like excited and pumped up, and then we were like kind of stuck. We were talking about that in our planning working session, and we were like, how many times have we gone to conferences, came out super excited, pumped up, ready to go, and then we stay stuck because we don't know how to.
Right. Where to next? So
we want to leave you all with the how-tos, right? And then even if it's not clear then, at least the network of ladies that can help you, because that's what's important, right?
Definitely.
Cassie just so happens to be one of our panelists. I'm blessed to be the moderator for that panel, and she's on our wellness panel, and you'll be able to get a snippet of what she does. So we're grateful, and then after that we'll be able to host more down to the core events, where then you can say, okay, let's sit down personally with this speaker or that speaker and delve deeper into your specific situations. If it's something in finance, with the wealth of information that you have, Jeanette, you're leading the finance panel. The people that you have there are also an amazing resource for all of our our guests. They'll be able to then go and speak with in depth, how can you help me and my business? But this is like showcasing all of these different people that you need for your business, for your life, there's so many people that come in here and tell us, I have a story to tell. The authors panel alone, in teaching you how do you get your story out there. We have Heidi who does her storytelling through podcasting. So she's written a book, she's had journals, but then now she tells her story in a different way. So the authors panel is, how do I tell my story? And so many of us have a story to share. It's one of the things that I love. We just met our MC, and she has a story which connected us almost immediately. Her children, your children, all of those things. There's something that connects us all. We all have a story. So who do you connect with, and then how are you going to be able to take all those lessons and all that information that they're providing you at the conference, where you're going to get snippets, bring it back to your business, apply it, and then delve deeper and say, you know what, I'm good with the with the X part of it, but I really would like more information about this other thing. How can I get that? Then they can come back to Vision and Heals. They can learn more. I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
We're just going to be the hub for all of that, which I love.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know?
And you know what's interesting? You say, like, where do I start? You know, because on the topic that I'll be speaking on, it's based off of a book that I read. And when I read that book, it made me think. Like, I was like, hold on. And throughout all of 2025, it was about vision, right? And I was like, when I would like close my eyes, trying to envision my future.
Telling you to work with Vision and Heals.
And I'm like, I don't see nothing. I'm like, I don't see the future of my brokerage. And I was like, why can't I see it? You know, so like, but that book like just ignited something in me. And that's why I made the change that I did in last year. But that right there was a beginning to something. That was the beginning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's exactly what I had spoken about. It's like slow down to speed up, back to basics.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And let's slow down. Let's just maybe kick it down a notch. And where do I need to go? Rather than being all over the place, where do I need to focus my efforts?
Oh, yeah.
And then go full speed ahead, but knowing what your vision is.
But
when
you don't have to be clear
right
of what you're going for.
You
right?
got to.
Exactly what you were talking about with your finances.
You were praying and asking, your word was vision. And I mean, that must be tough. Something that you created as your baby, to no longer see it as part of the vision and being okay and trusting God has something else for you. That's scary, but so rewarding if we are obedient and say, yes, Lord, here I am, use me. I'm okay with not having that at this time, right? But it's scary.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Yeah. And a lot of it is just, you know, mental, because you're like, what are people going to
Cassie
think?
also sings on she's part of the choir at Trinity. And she's done a couple solos. I'm telling you, this woman never ceases to amaze me. She's just amazing.
Hey, if you are obedient, God has given us many gifts.
Strong woman of God, just
singing
looking to
is
do
your
his
gift.
work and giving back to the community.
I'll be your backup dancer, babe.
I love it. Yeah, we can dance. Yvette and I got the dance part. Singing,
Let's
I
go.
don't know. We ain't got that.
You need backup dancers at church, we're good. But singing, no.
Yeah, so before we close, we always like to talk about breaking barriers and just some of the things we go through as women. So how would you encourage women never to settle in their professional life?
Never to settle in their professional life.
Because that's an area, me personally, and I talked about this in my last podcast, like as a mom, you know, my son was diagnosed, he was nonverbal till he was 6. So he was diagnosed with autism. And I felt like I have to stop working in order to tend to my kid that needs me right now. So I wasn't thinking about my career. Looking back, I could have done certain things that allowed me to still figure out my career. Why did I have to give that up? But it was automatic for me, right? Whereas his dad kept working, that was never an option. But why was it an option for me? So I think for moms, women in general, we always are okay with giving that up. Why? When we work so hard and it means so much to us, right? Looking back now, obviously, I was a young mom. I had him my last year of college. Got married young to Matt's dad. And, I looking back, I would have done things differently. But it happens today, right? Yeah, this is a decision I made 20 years ago almost, because he'll be 26. Oh, my gosh.
But I think you would have made decisions different prior to Matt, but when your son was here, I don't think you would have done anything different in reference to providing everything that he needs.
Yeah.
And you still always make him your priority.
Yeah.
And he is the successful and amazing, brilliant young man, in part thankful to what you've done and the sacrifices that you've made.
Yeah.
And as women, I know that those sacrifices, they don't hurt.
Yeah.
They don't hurt for our children.
Yeah.
we just kind of put them on the back burner a little bit and
Yeah.
then come back to them.
But why, look at you. You've served in the military,
Mm-hmm.
mom of 3, give back to the community, started a business,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're doing all of the things and still an amazing mom in your daughter's tournaments and all of the things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what would be a little piece of advice that you can give to the ladies listening and how not to settle in their
Mm-hmm.
professional lives?
What the advice I would give is just giving yourself time. A lot of us don't even give ourselves time to think about what we want. I was in the military, right? And then I was this entrepreneur, but we didn't talk about the middle.
The messy middle.
The messy middle, right? When I was like super overweight, having kids back to back, and lost myself. If you remember from speaking at your event, I revealed something in that that I had never told
Your
anybody.
mom was in the front row.
And so,
I
and
remember.
for that was a release because it was something that I held shamefully for many years. And, but anyway, so it wasn't until I got this little spark and I was like, I realized how much I was watching Zillow. That's my real estate brain talking. Netflix.
Yeah.
I realized how much time I wasted doing mindless things. And so when I got this little plug, I hated driving to Maitland. And I went to this one seminar where he was like, stop wasting your time. And he's like, how much time you do on this, do on that? And that's when I was like, oh my God.
Talk about money audit. Let's do a time audit.
Oh my gosh.
Really
It's not that I don't have enough time. I'm wasting it. And so you have the time.
Yeah.
You're just not using it accordingly.
I love it.
And so use it. For me, a lot of people think I'm nuts for waking up at 4. And yes, I thought I was nuts too when I saw someone else doing it until I started doing it and it became a habit. And then I was like, now I need that time in the morning to give myself solace.
That's how you refuel.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't just wake
Give.
up and go to the gym. I give myself an hour to get ready, read the Bible, drink my supplements, drink water, and then I go to the gym. But I fuel my brain up. And so that I can take on the day and think and dream and understand who you are as a person and put the time, give yourself, even if it's just an hour a day, you have an hour. You have an hour a day, and trust me, it adds up every single day.
How you start your day is so important.
Important.
A few years back,
Yes.
Jeanette and I had said the same thing. Rather than going straight for our phone when we wake up and start checking emails and then letting the day run you, you run your day.
Yes.
We had talked about, and we got a little alarm clock, and then we couldn't deal with the time bomb. It was like tick, 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 tick. I went to Walmart and I got us 2 cute little clocks.
A week later, we met up.
We're
Like,
like,
how's it
nope.
working? I'm like, I don't know. I hear it. So now I'm not pendiente on my phone. I'm pendiente to the.
I'm like, nope. Same concept, but we're going to start our day with intention in a
Yes.
different way. We're going to run our day.
Yes.
We're not going to let this, meaning our phone and our calendar and our email, all of that, because you're so absolutely right. We have the time. We're all given the same amount of time every day. What are you
Yes.
doing with it?
Oh, yeah.
God knows what we
Yeah.
need. So if we got 24 hours, He knows that's all we need.
Instead of
What
staying
are we
up.
doing with those 24 hours?
Oh, yeah. And
Time to do that time audit. Same way you're doing that money audit.
Yeah.
See what you're wasting your time on.
And like when I first started in real estate, like it consumed my life, right? And so I would be at home on my phone, and so it came to a point where they're like, "Ma, are you here or not?" Right? So I was like, "Okay, I get the message." And so then when you start listening to other top producers, they're like, "We have boundaries. Like my day ends at 3." So what do? I went to my voicemail and say, "Hey, if you're calling me, after 3 p.m., I'm in mom mode."
Yep.
Because that is my priority.
Yep.
Like you had me from
There's
8 to
nothing
3.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
But prior
Right.
to that, you felt like you needed to do all
Everything,
of it. Yeah.
they're gonna leave me,
Yeah.
because
Nope.
you just want to make sure that your little business goes, but don't let that continue to consume you and understand that. I didn't understand that. I just knew I had this little fire and I just went with it and learned along the way. But having those boundaries, that's why the vision, I started out with like doing stupid vision board workshops that were not geared towards, oh yeah, just cut out this magazine
How you
and
gonna
put
get it?
things.
How you
I
gonna
put
do
like
it?
this mansion. Like, come on, let's be real.
We were talking about
I
that.
got a
Let it
house
be
already.
realistic.
I want to update my house. That's true.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. But if you read that book, Vivid Vision, and you follow it, it makes you think about stuff in a whole nother light, you know, that and makes you focus on what's important.
And I think that's what she talked about when we first were here, before we even talked about the conference. And she talked about Vivid Vision and forming the group and all of that. And Ivette were like, well, let us tell you what our title of our conference is, and maybe that will help you make the decision. Voices of Vision. And she was
I
like,
know.
huh?
For real. You know, and I got
It
to...
all works. God is so good.
Yeah, and I got to do the retreat with, you know, my little pilot.
Right.
And crazy enough, the girls that I did it with, which are my dear friends, you think that people take the time to think about their future. And they
No.
were like, Cassie, oh my God, this has me thinking in
Yeah.
a whole nother friggin'
I
dimension.
love that.
You know, so when you see even women that are running their own businesses,
That are established.
that
Yeah.
and they haven't even taken the time, how many other women?
Yeah. No,
Well,
it's
done that.
Tons. You'd be surprised.
so many.
I did that something similar a couple of years back, and it has been forever soul changing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I needed to release some people and some situations and some habits from my life that were just not good, and really refocus and say, what do I want? What do I want? Slowing down to speed up.
What do I want?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I, first of all? And even just doing an audit of who am I? When
Starts
I'm not
with
mom.
you.
Yeah,
Do
absolutely.
your time audit on what you spend your. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. What are you doing? What are you spending your money on? Right? Your money audit. Who are you and what do you like?
Yeah. What
Right?
does God want for me?
And does
what
it
is that
fall
little
in
voice
line?
that God has put into my heart?
Yes.
Like, who is
Yep.
that little girl?
He gives you hints, man. Once you
does.
start creating that
You start
relationship,
asking
it's
him,
crazy.
he gonna show you through dreams, through other people. Like random stuff will happen. You're gonna be like, okay, Lord, I'm here.
When
listening.
our kids get out of line, even just a little bit, don't we tighten the reins
Cocotazo
just
a little bit.
and like
My
bring
mom
them
did a
in,
For real.
cocotazo.
and hopefully they'll
God
learn.
forbid I do that to my kid. You can't do that. I'm like, do you forget? That's how we learn. The pulling of the ear.
I'm
like, come
okay.
on.
I'm still here.
Yeah,
Pull the ear. You know,
but we
start
rein them in just a
going
little bit
little-
and bring them in. That's
if
the
we were
same that
walking in the
happens to
street and
us
there was
as
a
adults.
branch, go ahead. Those Puerto Rico leather slippers were like weapons of mass destruction.
leather.
Them things will go
No,
fly.
plastic, hard plastic.
No, that leather chancleta from that said Puerto Rico on the
Man, those are my favorites. I need to get me another pair. I haven't been there in a
I'm
while.
traumatized. I don't want to see them. I remember I wasn't the best teenager, so that flew my way a whole bunch of times.
Oh,
So,
okay.
anyways, all right, guys. I think that is a wrap for us. Yvette, remind everybody about the event. When is it?
March 6th, 2026.
And you can register. Go on visionandheals.com. We do now officially have a social media page for the event.
Voices of Vision.
Voices of Vision, March 6, 2026. It will be held at Venue 142 right here in downtown DeLand. Easy to get to if you're coming from the east side of Volusia, west side, if you're coming from Deltona. Just come join us and you get to meet Cassie and the rest of the crew live in person, and we'll have an opportunity to pick her brain and hear her amazing story along with the other ladies that are coming to share. So we're excited.
A worthwhile panel.
Yes. Cannot wait.
Really exciting to be amongst so many amazing women.
Before you know it, it'll be here. February is next week.
Yeah, it is.
I know.
So,
But
it's
I'm done
insane.
with January. Yeah, I'm done.
I blinked in January.
Been too long.
Yeah, I don't need. I still remember
I'm so happy,
Christmas.
though.
So,
Yeah.
all right,
growing,
guys.
growing.
With
Yeah,
that,
what-
we
what-
leave
what
you.
word? What word?
Oh, the Spanglish word. I don't know. I didn't think of one.
Hold on. What?
We do
We
the
always talk about the
Spanglish
Spanglish because she comes up
because
with some, we have different words.
she's Cuban, I'm Puerto Rican,
yeah,
and
and
Dominican.
and
So
we
there's
have
certain
different words.
I can't
And then
think
there's
of one.
sometimes that she'll
Then
talk
next
about
week
certain
we'll owe
things.
you two because I can't think of one. I was so excited about the conference, I didn't even think about a word. So next week we'll give you two.
What's chucheria to you? Chucheria.
Chucheria is like like a little something.
Like
a
exactly.
trinket.
A little something.
Yeah. Yesterday I was talking to one of our members, and he was like, "There's a restaurant that you can buy and eat chucherías." I'm like, "You don't eat chucherías. Those are the little trinkets." Like, no, it was chucherías, but I guess it was
That's interesting.
like little appetizers.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Kind
like
of.
eating little appetizers.
Yeah.
Oh, like chucherías? No, I'm not eating
That's
chucherías.
That's trinket.
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Right.
There we
Tapas.
go.
Yeah. Tapas.
Yes, and that's
Tapas to us,
universal.
chucherías to them.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's
I'll
a good
stick
one.
to the cazuela and the chucherías.
The caldero.
Yeah.
She calls it cazuela.
Cazuela. What do you call it?
The
A
rice pot.
Oh, the caldero.
See?
Caldero? No, it's una cazuela.
I don't think I ever heard it that way.
Yeah, you see?
No?
Okay,
Oh,
Cassie.
cazuela. I got a big cazuela.
I'm gonna be calling you when we're going over our words. That's not a word. I'm like, wait a minute, because Joe swears everything is a Cordero word. That's not even a Spanish Puerto Rican word. That's a Cordero word.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's
she's
my
come up with
family's-
some, and I'm like, I no, we don't say those things in my house. No, we're not even putting your chicha nowhere.
Oh my God.
Huele chincha.
Chuchería and yeah, no, huele chincha. Yeah, no.
All right, V&H Uncensored comes to a wrap. Bye, guys. We love you.
See
Until
ya.
next time.
See you on March 6th.
See you March 6th. Wow, that was some strong cafecito we poured today on Vision and Heels Uncensored. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave us a review. We are truly grateful, as it really helps us pour more into your heart straight from ours.
Remember to live your truth, handle your business, and shine bright.
We'll be back soon to pour some more. Stay blessed.